What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel in the Chevrolet Silverado. Let's get it. So first off, I'm gonna apologize for the wind noise if there is any. There's a very, very slight breeze, but my phone absolutely hates the wind. So this is my third time trying to film this video without having the audio totally ruined. Anyway, let's get into it. If you're new here, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. If you don't know, this is my 2021 Chevy Silverado Custom Trail Boss. And when I bought it brand new, I put the READYLIFT 2-inch SST lift kit on it. It rode with that for about 45,000 miles, and today we're going over the upgrade. So if y'all follow truck style, you should know. 2-inch factory jam lift comes on the Trail Boss Custom and Trail Boss LT, and you can buy it separately, black truck head. So coming back here, we're gonna see what did I order. There she is. All right, so what we got here, look at that, 2019 up AT4 Trail Boss plus 2-inch SST lift. So that's what we went with. And here's what you get in the box. Man, this is exciting. Look at this. Rollover hazard, baby. That's exactly what we want. Got READYLIFT suspension. Look, might put that on somewhere. That's the instructions. So here's what we get. So a little backstory, if you don't know much about these trucks from the factory, the Trail Boss comes with a 2-inch lift kit. The READYLIFT 2-inch kit gives you a 4-inch lift, and that comes with strut spacers in the front, new upper control arms, and blocks in the rear, giving you, once again, a 4-inch lift. Now that lift kit is about $750, and it is a budget option, but we're not talking about that today. That was what was on the truck, and I just recently replaced it with the 4-inch BDS kit for Trail Boss and AT4, which brings this Silverado up to a true 6-inch lift. Big difference between this kind of kit and the READYLIFT kit is this has a full differential drop. It's a full-blown lift kit. We're cutting things off, we're welding things on, so we can see down. Well, not from here, but there is the cross member drop. So essentially all the suspension gets moved down, so we maintain factory angles. And let's go look at those. So looking under the truck here, factory angles, we are talking about those CV angles, those lower control arm angles, around back, the sway bar linkage angles, and then of course on top, there's a ton of bugs out here. On top, we're looking at the upper control arm angles. So these are corrected with the READYLIFT kit, that angle, since they do give you new upper control arms, but everything else, like sway bar linkage and CV axles, all that stuff gets thrown way out of whack. So with that said, the READYLIFT kit and any leveling kit really is mostly a cosmetic mod you can do to your truck, which it looked good, but this truck actually goes off-road. And I figured if I'm gonna do a true lift kit, I'm gonna do it right. Also, move the pod lights, but we'll get to that in a different video. See, I wanna do it right. These things is not cheap. So 4-inch BDS spacer kit for Trail Boss and AT4. That kit wants to reuse the factory Rancho struts, but I upgraded to the Fox snap ring 2.0s. And in the rear, I got Fox 2.0, whatever, shocks in the rear. So I actually forgot that I have the receipt in the truck. So the kit was $2,106. The front struts were $260 a piece. The CV shafts were $178 a piece. The labor was $1820 and the alignment was $180. So that was the total price right there for the kit. Woof. So the kit comes with new upper control arms, giant hefty strut spacers. In my case, new struts, the Fox 2.0. We got the cross member drop. We have a 1/4 inch thick, pretty sure that's steel skid plate, BDS branded. Just a ton of stuff going on in the front. And I did have the shop put new CVs in this truck when they did all this work too. So suspension wise, I mean, we are front end wise, we're all new except for lower control arms. So uppers, whole knuckle, I forgot that too. So the entire knuckle comes with a giant upgraded knuckle. So your knuckle changes, I mean, she's looking good. So I've had this kit on the truck for about a month, and honestly I forgot all the prices, so I'm going to put those up on the screen here. But I think all in all it was about $5,300 including install to get this done, so it ain't cheap. But looks wise, I'm stoked. It looks freaking awesome. There's a nice side shot of it. So it does look like it's sitting a little higher in the front than the rear, and it's been like that since I got it. I'm expecting the front to set down a tiny bit, but we'll live with it and see what ends up happening. If not, we'll probably just boost up the rear a little bit. It's much easier to add an inch of lift to the rear than it is to the front, so that's how we're sitting. And ride quality, we'll just go over some brief ride quality impressions. This is not a full review, this is still my first impressions of it. So ride quality wise, it is much improved over washboard, all that stuff. I mean, it still shakes around because it's a freaking truck, but the shock absorbers do a lot better of a job muting that. And I've really noticed it on like slow undulating trails where the absorption of those bumps and dips and everything feels a lot better. That extends to on-road driving as well. On the road, it feels planted. It does not feel all sway around. It still feels firm and a good ride, but definitely upgraded from those floppy factory Ranchos, which we're getting a little old with 50,000 miles on them. Next thing on the READYLIFT kits, everyone and their mother asks it why you can't run it in 4 auto. I've gone over this. It's essentially you're just binding your front suspension or your front CV axles on and off, on and off, on and off numerous times, and most of the time at speed. So, you know, say you're going 30, 40, wheels slip, you know, you're kind of clunking in and out of 4 high a lot, which the truck's made to do, but with those CV axles sitting like this rather than this, they're getting bound up and can cause problems. That's why they have a disclaimer. With these CV axles, once again, they are brand new on the truck, sitting perfectly flush. I can use 4 auto in the truck, never really did anyway, but can use 4 auto. And in terms of tire fitment, we're on 35 1250s. On 20s, these fit just fine now. We had no problem with fitment before on the READYLIFT kit, but now they're extra clear. Bug. Didn't have to trim anything, and these are negative 18mm offset wheels, so shoot down the side there. You can see they're a little pokey. This kit does not have a dramatic track width increase on the front too, so I don't have to run spacers on the rear to make it flush. I genuinely think I can fit 37s on this truck now with this kit, so more money to be thrown at it in the future. But yeah, fitment wise, I mean, I've been running 20s just because that's what I had on the truck, and I keep buying new tires for it. But I think I could easily fit 37 1250s on this thing, and we would definitely move it down to an 18-inch wheel. So stay tuned for that. But for now, we're rocking some pretty sweet suspension. Nothing super meaningful to report in the rear. Those are Fox shocks. Yeah, all they really do in the rear, much like the READYLIFT kit, is you get bigger blocks and different shocks, and those are easy to deal with. So nothing meaningful in the rear other than Fox branded suspension. So in a nutshell, the READYLIFT, or any leveling kit for that matter, mostly a cosmetic upgrade on these trucks, being I take this thing off-road and have increasingly been taking it on more difficult trails. When I upgraded the suspension, I wanted to do it the right way, which is with a BDS kit backed by Fox, full, you know, you get skid plates and diff drop and Fox shocks and all the good stuff, so it will hold up, and they have a great warranty. I think they got a 5-year 60,000 warranty from the purchase date, and it's one of them things, you break a part on it, that's a non-wear item. So say I don't know, I break something big like the control arm but not the ball joint on it, they replace it allegedly, no questions asked. So we'll definitely not try and break it, but if that comes up, we will address that process. Anyways, that's about it. This is how the truck looks. So 6-inch lift with the 4-inch kit for Trail Boss and AT4 from BDS. Fox shocks all around, differential drop, thick skid plate. I mean, she is looking freaking sweet, sitting on 35 1250s, but those wheels are too dang big. We need to downsize those, so feel free to send donations so we can get some 37s on 17s. I think that would look freaking mint. Anyways, that's my first impressions. Kit's been on the truck for about a month. I've just been busier than hell and wanted to live with it for a little bit. But we're gonna do a full review here later. If y'all have any questions or comments about it or wanna see something specific, let me know down below. But for now, that is it. Be blessed.